is here to enthrall you with the soulful rendition of the composition of Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, where the mind is without fear.
Kindly stand for prayer. The lamp of knowledge illuminates the path and spreads its divine aura. It embodies the zeal that exists within every human being to succeed and a passion to shine. May we now request our principal, Srimati Anuradha Shivaram, to invite the dignitaries to light the inaugural lamp. The lighting of the lamp is accompanied by Shubham Karoti Kalyanam, sung by the school choir.
Viva Jyoti Namostute.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. from grade 10B who has been studying in the school since grade 1 and will soon be leaving the portals of the school into a whole new world. She would like to share her experiences of the years at Manipal School.
A very good morning to one and all present here. I am Kashika Trikanad here from grade 10B to give a tribute to my school. Not many students here today can claim to be as old as Manipal School. I can, because I was in the first batch of students who came through the school gates in 2010 enrolled for grade 1. We were all tiny little things just about 2 feet tall. Today, we are older, taller, and hopefully wiser. Life was not as easy as before. Studies got more and work got harder. But thankfully, I had my teachers throughout all my schooling years who played an extremely important role in guiding me towards success. The plethora of my achievements would not have been possible without the help, support, and guidance of my dear teachers, my mentors. The school provided me the perfect platform to express to the best of my abilities. It taught me to stand up for myself and speak for myself. In fact, a few years ago, if one had told me I would be standing and speaking in front of such a large audience, as I am a very shy girl, I would have just brushed it off as a joke. The fact that I have the courage to speak in front of this august audience is a testimony to the support and encouragement the school and my teachers have been providing me. The school has not only helped me grow academically, but socially and culturally as well. Last year's Sports Day helped me bring out my leadership qualities to the fore, since being a house-wise captain made me open to feedback and criticism. It taught me how I must work for my team's goal despite all the odds. Being a passionate dancer, the school has also given me several opportunities to showcase my talent. I would also like to thank the non-teaching staff, that is, my dear Akas, who have kept our school clean and safe for us. They know us better than anyone else what slobs we have been. And last but not the least, my heartfelt gratitude to our dear Principal Ma'am for always being there to support and guide us, motivate and inspire us. Thank you is just not enough to show what I feel. With less than 2 months for me to leave the school, I cannot believe my school life has almost ended. The thought of leaving our second home and making our way into another institution is honestly filling me with dread. But if there is one thing Manipal School and its teachers have taught me, it's to see the world in an optimistic light and grab every opportunity I can get and learn from it as much as I can. Days will pass by and things will change, but all the memories of the pranks we played and all the fun we have had will always be etched in my mind. My schooling years will always be the golden period of my life. I hope that one day I am able to do something for my school and make them feel proud of me. Thank you.
Thank you, Kashika.
The principal's annual report is a comprehensive account of the milestones achieved in the years gone by. Indeed, it is the time to celebrate the accomplishments of the students' multifaceted activities, both academic and co-curricular. At the same time, we also resolve not to be complacent, but to raise the bar and to scale greater heights. May we now request our principal, Srimati Anuradha Shivram, to welcome the dignitaries and present the annual report. Ma'am, please.
I feel privileged to welcome you all today on the occasion of Itihas 2019, the decennial annual day of Manipal School, Attawar. A warm welcome to Dr. Nutan Kamath, Professor and Associate Dean, Department of Pediatrics, KMC, Mangalore. Dr. Nutan Kamath is a leading pediatrician and an academician par excellence. She was the president of the Indian Academy of Pediatrics, Dakshina Kannada branch, and is a member of various academic bodies. She takes a special interest in pediatric rheumatology and has undergone intensive training in this field. She has numerous scientific publications in national and international journals to her credit. Dr. Nutan Kamath is passionate about her work and enjoys working with students at the undergraduate and postgraduate levels. It is indeed a privilege to have you in our midst. Welcome, ma'am. A cordial welcome. Dr. Dilip G. Nayak, Dean, Manipal College of Dental Sciences. He is the chief mentor of our school. Your presence here is a source of encouragement for us, sir. I extend a warm welcome to the PTA President, Sri Arun Raj Rodriguez. It is extremely gratifying to have many distinguished academicians who have taken out time to be present here. Your presence here embellishes this event. A warm and cordial welcome to the parents of our students who are present here. Dear parents, like every year, I would like to take this opportunity to express my heartfelt appreciation for your faith in us and the constant encouragement that helps us fulfill the responsibility that we've been entrusted with. You have been our proactive partners in our mission to create a vibrant atmosphere so important for a holistic education and for motivating our students to strive for excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, I am privileged to present to you the Principal's Annual Report for the academic session 2018-19. Manipal School was established in the year 2010 under the aegis of the renowned Academy of General Education. The school has taken immense strides to reach the state of repute and recognition that it commands in the city today. The journey has been enriching and the student strength has increased from a mere 150 to 1060 in these 10 years. The school is proudly comprehensive, co-educational, and multicultural in nature, with a fine tradition of academic achievements and community engagement. Manipal School is a progressive school and a high-achieving school. The world of learning has undergone radical changes, and in this challenging environment of digital explosion and knowledge economy, we can say with pride that we have kept pace with newer teaching methodologies which cater to the continually changing needs of the learner. The school celebrates its decennial year, and I am proud to say that the decennial logo has been designed by a student, Nabiha Fatima of grade 9. As in every year, our students have excelled in all spheres, academic as well as co-curricular. Manipalites of Mangalore have done us proud with their stellar performance in the AISSE board examination. 51 students took the AISSC 2019, and 11 students scored an aggregate of 90% and above, and 14 students scored 80% and above. 12 students have scored 70% and above. 10 students have scored 60% and above, and 4 students have scored 50% and above. Medha Netikalu topped the school with an aggregate score of 97.8%. It is with great pride that I would like to share that Medha has achieved this with her commitment and dedication without any additional classes outside school. The Manipalites have raised the bar of excellence through their outstanding performance over the years. I am proud to announce that Ahana Hegde has qualified for the National Talent Search Examination NTSE scholarships and has been ranked among the top 35 students in Karnataka to represent the state in the Indian National Mathematics Olympiad. It must be mentioned that it is because of our quality education without compromise that our students are studying in few of the best universities in India and abroad. Academics and co-curricular activities go hand in hand in today's educational landscape. The outstanding accomplishments of our students in diverse inter- and intra-school competitions of 2018-19 mirror their exceptional skill, caliber, and drive. In keeping with global trends, our curriculum has adopted an interdisciplinary and cross-learning approach which fosters an inclusive perspective. Career counseling sessions are organized in school for the students of grade 10. Experts from different domains interact with students to appraise them of the various career options. After the exit of Pearson Schools India from the direct delivery business, Manipal School is now managed by the Academy of General Education. This vision of holistic education, in keeping with the evolving educational scenario, would have remained a dream without the unconditional support and active involvement of our management, who, besides providing us with good infrastructure, have also ensured that there is a perfect blend of the most advanced technology with the best in pedagogy. Health, safety, and child protection is an integral part of the work done at school. It encompasses CCTV coverage of common areas, safe school transport, fire safety, electrical safety, chemical safety, visitor management, classrooms, infirmary, washroom, and child protection across all locations in the school. Every teacher at Manipal School, Attawar, is not only a resource provider but a learning facilitator and a mentor as well. The school has a team of dedicated and experienced faculty members who spare no efforts to update themselves about the latest educational trends and methodologies. The the same sentiments are echoed both by parents and students. The annual day of our school is an occasion to recognize the efforts of the young Manipalites in the diverse arenas of dance, music, and acting. Over the years, we have selected themes that are thought-provoking, like Ekta, Yatra, Utsav, and Water, the Elixir of Life. Our themes are selected after careful consideration so that both the participants and the audience are able to assimilate the values that are embedded therein. This year, we have worked on two themes: a space voyage for juniors and Itihas, the historical journey of India for the seniors. Dear audience, here are a few moments from the practice sessions and rehearsal. As always, all the students of Manipal School have taken part in this mammoth production. To conclude, I would say education is not preparation for life, but life itself. The process of education is a lifelong journey where the learner imbibes a variety of influences even when he encounters obstacles in the ups and downs of the journey. It is our commitment to mold and shape the youngsters of today to be confident adults tomorrow with a rational and balanced personality.
We would now request Principal Ma'am and Dr. Dilip G. Nayak, Dean, Manipal College of Dental Science, to come on stage to felicitate our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Nutan Kamath, Professor and Associate Dean, Department of Pediatrics, KMC Mangalore.
Dear students, parents, guardians, teachers, Principal Ma'am Anuradha Shivram, Chief Mentor of the school, Dr. Dilip Nayak, members of the PTA, the President, Mr. Arun, my gratitude for the invitation to be amongst you all this morning. I have been overwhelmed with the performance of the children till now, and I think I have a very, very interesting morning to look forward to. I compliment all the young participants, their proud parents and teachers. Every child is a winner, winning to get admission into this elite school. Ma'am requested me to address parents about a topic I consider relevant: the use of media and technology across generations and how children are now literally become screen zombies intrigues me. I would like to share my thoughts on this topic. Our parents belonged to the generation of baby boomers. They are now 55 and above. They are the consumers of the traditional media like newspapers, magazines, listening to the radio and watching television. However, 90% of them are on Facebook and WhatsApp. For what reason? To be connected to members of their family and reconnect with old friends. Dear parents, I'd like to narrate several incidents that have come across to tell you and assure you of what the generation changes have an impact on our children today. A young mother who was working came to our OPD with a complaint that the child of 2 years old is not speaking. So I asked her, who is at home when you're at work? She said, my mother-in-law is there. Then I said, what's the problem? Why isn't the child conversing with the grandparent? She said, my mother-in-law is very busy. In the day, she is catching up with the latest serials on television, and then she has WhatsApp and Facebook to answer. So this is the problem of the generation. No more storytelling in most houses because the baby boomer generation is hooked on to their smartphones. Our generation, the older and senior teachers, grandparents of the children, all born between 1965 and 1979, belong to Generation X. We still read newspapers and magazines. We still hear the hear the radio and watch television, but we are digitally savvy. Your generation, dear parents, are the Generation Y. Y'all are the millennial generation born between 1980 to 1994. 95% of y'all still watch TV. However, Netflix edges out the traditional cable as the preferred provider. Y'all are very comfortable with mobile devices, have multiple social media accounts. We then have the next generation, that is Generation Z. These are the post-millennials, born between 1995 and 2009. These have grown up with their parents' gadgets. They live in a hyper-connected world. The smartphone is their preferred means of communication. They do not take notes with pen and paper, but they are more comfortable using the iPen or the smart pencil. Then we have the latest generation, that is the Generation Alpha or the I generation, those that are born after 2010. The children of class 3 who are around 8 years old are probably the earliest members of this Generation Alpha. These are the children of the millennials. Using smartphones comes naturally to them. They cannot imagine life without them. They are born with iGadgets, iPhone, the tab, the computer. They are not afraid of technology. Alphas learn by doing. They are growing up with the familiar voice of Siri, Alexa, and Google Assistant in their homes. Interacting with artificial intelligence and voice assistants is simply natural to them. Generation Alpha is an exciting generation. The older alphas, aged 8, are more tech savvy than their predecessors, and most parents feel that this generation is technically more advanced than themselves. The child values his iPad, his phone the most, and electronic devices top their list for presents, be it for their birthdays or for festivals. They are super direct and confident about expressing their opinion. Alphas have a great influence on their millennial parents. So, dear parents, how does the Generation X and Generation Alpha learn? This generation will benefit from technology. Advances that are changing education. Education that uses the latest technology in class will create a completely different learning opportunity for these alpha children. School educators and educational institutions are going to be challenged to cope with the demands of Generation Alpha and Generation Z. If they don't update themselves and adopt a new approach to education. For the alphas, knowledge is acquired by doing and experiencing. The right way to teach young alpha children is by developing their critical thinking and problem-solving skills. To see the problem from different perspectives, form teams and seek solution. This generation has to co-live with artificial intelligence. I compliment Manipal School for its values and vision, keeping in line with the requirements of this generation. The Digit Alley and the MyPedia programs will definitely cater to the requirements of the young Alpha and the Generation Z students. With increasing technology comes increased challenges. Too much of screen time. How do we dial back? We as parents, grandparents, teachers, caregivers need to dial back ourselves. We are living in an age of partial attention or inattention. Every 10 minutes we need to look at our smartphones to see what's going on in the world. I am sure this applies to almost all of us. We need to stop becoming screen zombies. Yes, parents, we need to answer a few questions and try to do justice to ourselves and our children. How much is too much? We need to decide the time. We need to all be on the same page. We cannot set rules differently for our children. What do they do if they are not on the screen? We need to find alternate activities to keep them engaged. This is a matter of great concern. If we are at eating time, every member is hooked on to his device. This deprives the child of family bonding and meaningful conversations. This should not be encouraged. But how do we go forward? We need to pick our battles and win them with perseverance and consistency. The child must realize that our stamp is non-negotiable. We must make grand rules and ground rules, but stick to them. Kids know what to expect. We need to involve children in decision making. How much of screen time is permitted, let them decide. When to utilize that time, let them decide. What else can you do if you are not at the screen, let them decide. But we must practice what we preach. We must stand our grounds and remain calm. Say no. This is the problem of yes parenting of this generation. We need to build resilience in our children, and that can happen only if we say no sometimes, stick to the no, and make the child realize that the decisions are in the best interest of the child. The real world has many limitations, and our children are not always going to get their way. We need to find new activities. We need to practice empathy. We need to follow a schedule. This often smoothens the time transitioning from one activity to another. We must be willing to bend the rules, but only briefly. There are further challenges which include monitoring the child's media use. There may be negative health effects on weight and sleep, as well as the new diseases of internet gaming and problematic internet use, internet addiction. They may be exposed to inadequate, inaccurate, inappropriate and unsafe content and contacts. What is the solution? Parents and pediatricians can work together to develop a family media use plan. We need to do this together. This generation will go where no other generation has gone before. They may populate Mars and the moon. We need to be part of this facilitation process. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity and inviting me here as the chief guest in today's function. I thank one and all. Thank you.
We have come to the next segment, the much awaited annual day performances. We have the dancers beautifully attired, waiting to greet you with a fusion dance of Kathak, Bharatnatyam and Mohenjodaro that embodies the spirit of welcome.
Tom tanana dhirana dhirana Tom tanana dhirana dhirana Tom tanana dhirana dhirana Udana dhim tadana dhim tadana dhirana Udana dhim tadana dhim tadana dhirana Dhim tano 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 tadhirana Dhim tano 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 tadhirana Tom tanana dhirana dhirana Tom tanana dhirana dhirana Tom tanana dhirana dhirana Udana dhim tadana dhim tadana dhirana Udana dhim tadana dhim tadana dhirana Dhim tano 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 tadhirana Dhim tano 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 tadhirana Tom tanana dhirana dhirana Tom tanana dhirana Udaladim tadirena Udaladim tadirena Udaladim tadirena Udaladim tadirena Direna dim tadirena Direna dim tadirena Direna dim tadirena Direna dim tadirena
A big thank you to the delightful dancers for the amazing performance. Their mastery over the rhythm and movement indeed took our breath away. Let's hear it for them.
History is who we are and why we are the way we are. It is not just about dates and places and what's in our history textbooks. History is about inspiring people and great moments that have built a legacy which can inspire people even today. We now go back and rewind those inspiring works and relive the moments in Itihas, a historical journey.
A total 1,050 students are taking part in today's performance. While 977 students are performing dances, we have 70 vocalists and musicians, 8 actors on stage, 10 backstage crew, and many hours of practice that have gone into putting such a grand show. We are hopeful that their efforts will win over your hearts.
It's history class now. I love history. I love history too.
Then let me get my books.
Good morning, students.
Good morning, ma'am.
I have a guest today, Miss Astha. She is a historian and she has a surprise plan for you. Miss Asta is going to tell us about the historical journey of India and how it all started.
But wouldn't it be great if we watched something in the ICT instead?
Better than the ICT, picture it in your mind as we travel back in time to when humans first reached the Indian subcontinent about 73,000 years ago. They formed tribes and gradually moved from hunting to farming.
They settled down on riverbanks and started cultivating crops. Little villages and towns came up, and that is how civilizations grew.
Yes, I remember we learned about the Indus Valley civilization.
Very good, Shamak. The Indus Valley civilization was the first civilization of India.
Yes, ma'am. I can now recollect what we learned last year. The Indus Valley civilization began in a place called Mohenjodaro, meaning Mound of the Dead Men. It is in present-day Pakistan and was one of the largest settlements of the ancient Indus Valley civilization.
And then came the Vedic period, where the society was divided into 4 varnas on the basis of the work that the people did.
You mean like Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras?
Yes, and this was the time when the Vedas were composed.
And civilization, the world was set for one creature's unprecedented rise. The story of humanity's evolution began about 7 million years ago, when the human lineage broke away from that of chimpanzees. Over time, they evolved into different human species. Each species displayed various human-like traits. Most became extinct, but others may have been ancestors of today's humans. The members of the genus Homo were distinctly human. They developed stone tool technology and became the first to control fire. Homo sapiens, shaped by millions of years of evolution, embarked on a journey of exploration and industry its ancestors could have only dreamed.
Wow, that was awesome.
History didn't stop here. After the Vedic period, great changes were seen in political, social, and economic life.
Yes, and the next was the great Mauryan Empire, which was founded by Chandragupta Maurya.
You're absolutely right. Chandragupta Maurya's son Bindusara was succeeded by Ashoka, whose reign lasted for around 37 years. His campaign against the Kalingans led to immense loss of life and misery. This filled Ashoka with remorse and led him to shun violence and subsequently to embrace Buddhism.
Ma'am, this was a very good information about King Ashoka.
Yes, I read that the kingdoms came up and new religions started. And because India was known for her rich natural resources, many invaders like the Mughals came in. You are absolutely right.
But I must say that their architecture is truly amazing. I have visited the Taj Mahal and it's out of this world, ma'am. Yes, it is one of the 7 wonders of the world and millions of tourists visit Agra every year. Can we go there too? Please,
ma'am. I will consider that when we plan the next school trip. Maybe we can go via Mumbai to Delhi and Agra.
But ma'am, Mumbai is only known for its Bollywood and being the financial hub of our country.
You are right, but the great Maratha ruler Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj has left an indelible stamp on that part of the country.
Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was a warrior king of Raigad. His mother, Jijabai, had an immense influence on him and she shaped his character with stories from the Mahabharata and the Ramayana.
Another contemporary dynasty that ruled southern India at that time were the Vodayars of Mysore. It was the only royal family that was in power for more than 500 years.
Yes, ma'am. My hometown is Mysore and I visited the palace of the Vadayas. My favorite part of the Mysore Dasara is the Jambu Savari, which is a procession of elephants carrying the idol of goddess Chamundeshwari in a golden howdah.
Ma'am, till now, we have only heard about the kings. What about the queens of India?
The Ranis of India are known for their valor and bravery, especially the Queen Abbaka Chauta of Ullal.
Do you remember the Bekal Fort and Ullal Fort we had been to? They were built by Queen Abbaka to resist the Portuguese invaders.
चक्रवर्ती सम्राट अशोक एक महान शूरवीर योद्धा थे। उन्हीं की जीवन शैली से कुछ महत्वपूर्ण पल आपके सामने प्रस्तुत करते हैं। तो चलिए देखते हैं कैसे सम्राट अशोक अपने जीवन में एक महान शूरवीर योद्धा से एक शांति प्रिय इंसान बन गए।
मंडलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
अशोक की पहली गुरु उनकी मां धर्मा थी। तत्पश्चात किशोर अवस्था में चाणक्य से मार्गदर्शन मिला। चाणक्य के मार्गदर्शन से ही अशोक एक कूटनीतिज्ञ और एक वीर योद्धा बने।
देवानाम प्रिय देवों का प्रिय देवानाम प्रिय देवों सा प्रिय वो कहलाए। शूरवीर बलवान दयामय प्रजापाल रक्षक करुणामय वो कहलाए। है महान जन जन समदर्शी चक्रवर्ती राजा प्रियदर्शी वो कहलाए।
अशोक अपनी किशोर अवस्था में ही रणभूमि में उतर गए और अपनी पूरी जिंदगी में अशोक एक युद्ध नहीं हारे। इसीलिए पूरी दुनिया में सम्राट अशोक को चक्रवर्ती सम्राट अशोक कहा जाता है।
सम्राटों का सम्राट है, सम्राटों में विराट है।
कलिंग राज्य, जिससे अशोक ने युद्ध किया। और युद्ध करने के बाद वो समय आया जिसमें अशोक की जिंदगी को देखने का नजरिया ही बदल गया।
कलिंग युद्ध में भीषण नरसंहार होने के बाद अशोक का मन द्रवित हुआ और उनके मन में हिंसा का भाव त्याग कर अहिंसा का भाव प्रकट हुआ और वो युद्ध सम्राट अशोक के जीवन का अंतिम युद्ध था।
अशोक ने अपना राजपाट त्याग कर बौद्ध धर्म को अपनाने का निर्णय लिया और एक सफल शासक होते हुए भी देश विदेश में बौद्ध धर्म का प्रचार किया।
मौला तू करी बिस्मिल्लाह 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 बिस्मिल्लाह। तेरे नाम से शुरू हुआ, तेरे नाम पे खत्म लिल्लाह। बिस्मिल्लाह 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 बिस्मिल्लाह। मुश्किलें आसान हुई, सारी आफत टल गई। ओ पल गई, तेरी मिल जाए पनाह, तेरी मिल जाए पनाह, मेरे कहने से बस बिस्मिल्लाह 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 हिदायत कुछ करम, कुछ इनायत कुछ रहम, थोड़ी है फरमाइशें जो जरा गुंजाइशें, ना कोई मजबूर हो बरसा दे जा तू नूर तो, इस लिफाफे पे लिखा, इस लिफाफे पे लिखा
रावण स रंभ पर रघुकुल राज है। पौन बारी बाह पर शंभुरति नाह पर जो सहस बाह पर राम द्विजराज है। द्विजराज है, द्विजराज है।
चीता मृग झुंड पर भूषण में तुंड पर जैसे मृगराज है।
तेजतम अंश पर कन्यजमी कंस पर धूमलिच्छ वंश पर शेर शिवराज है। शिवराज है, शिवराज है।
ನಾಡು ನಾಡಾಗಿ ಅರಸರ ಊರಾಗಿ ಜಗದ ಮನೆಯಾಗಿ ಬೆಳೆದು ಬಂತು ದಸರಾ. ಕಲೆಯ ಊರಾಗಿ ಕವಿಯ ನೆನಪಾಗಿ ಗಾನ ಸುಧೆಯಾಗಿ ಕುಣಿದು ನಡೆವ ದಸರಾ. ದಸರಾ ನಮ್ಮೂರ ದಸರಾ, ಮೈಸೂರ ದಸರಾ.
Dashara, Dashara, Mysore Dashara, Dashara, Dashara.
ಹಬ್ಬದ ಸೊಬಗಂತೆ ಬಣ್ಣದ ಬೆಳಕಂತೆ ಸುಗ್ಗಿಯ ತೆನೆಯಂತೆ ಬಳುಕಿ ನಡೆವ ದಸರಾ ರಥದ ನಡೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪಥದ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆರವ ಸೊಬಗಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂಬಾರಿ ಸಾಗೋ ದಸರಾ ದಸರಾ ನಮ್ಮೂರ ದಸರಾ ಮೈಸೂರ ದಸರಾ ದಸರಾ ಮೈಸೂರ ದಸರಾ ನಮ್ಮೂರ ದಸರಾ ದಸರಾ ನಮ್ಮೂರ ದಸರಾ 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 ಚಾಮುಂಡೇಶ್ವರಿ ತಾಯೇ సూర్యలా కసబుకు కొల్పాయే బాల్బెడుతెల్ పాయే కసబుకు కొల్పాయే బాల్బెడుతెల్ పాయే జీవ కొల్పి కరణీయనా కడల ప్రేమకే బతనా
ಮೂಕಿದ ಸೆಲೆಯಾದೆ ಬದುಕದ ಕಣ್ಣಾಯೆ ಮೂಕಿದ ಸೆಲೆಯಾದೆ ಬದುಕದ ಕಣ್ಣಾಯೆ
జీవ కొల్పి కరణీయనా కడల ప్రేమకే బతనా
ಸಿಂಗಾರ ಸಿರಿಗಂಧೆ
எல்லன்னே துளுநாட வந்தாயே கடலுத மகானுக்கு உடலுத சொல் மெலும் மூடாயுத பானொடு மூடியே சூரியனா ಬಂಗೊನು ಬದುಕೇನೆ ಸುಖನು ಪಟ್ಟು ತಿನ್ನುವೆ ಬೇನೆನು ನಿಂಗೊಂದು ಬಡವುಲ್ಲ ಮದಪೆ ಬಂಗೊನು ಬದುಕೇನೆ ಸುಖನು ಪಟ್ಟು ತಿನ್ನುವೆ ಬೇನೆನು ನಿಂಗೊಂದು ಬಡವುಲ್ಲ ಮದಪೆ ಬಡವಗ ಪುಗೆಲ ಕೊರ್ಪಿ ಮಗೆ ಬದ್ದೆಯೇ ಹಾ ಬಡವಗ ಪುಗೆಲ ಕೊರ್ಪಿ ಮಗೆ ಬದ್ದೆಯೇ
ಮೂಕಿದ ಸೆಲೆಯಾದೆ ಬದುಕದ ಕಣ್ಣಾಯೆ ಮೂಕಿದ ಸೆಲೆಯಾದೆ ಬದುಕದ ಕಣ್ಣಾಯೆ
ಜೀವ ಕೊರ್ಪಿ ಕರ್ಮೆಯೇನಾ ಕಡಲಪ್ಪೆ ಮಗೆ ಬದ್ದೆನಾ
ಸಿಂಗಾರ ಸಿರಿಗಂಧೆ ಎನ್ನಂತೆ ತುಳುನಾಡ ಬಂಗಾಳಿ
கடலுத மகானுக்கு உடலுத சொல் மெலும் மூடாயுத பானொடு மூடியே சூரியலா
The Portuguese came to dominate trade and commerce with India, followed by the French and the British.
They all came here to trade but ended up establishing colonies, especially the British East India Company.
Yes, ma'am. With the English coming in, the Western culture was introduced into India.
Students, life during the British rule was a struggle for Indians. They were deprived of their rights. Great leaders like Mangal Pandey, Rani Lakshmibai of Jhansi, Begum Hazrat, Kittur Channamma fought for freedom during the First War of Indian Independence in 1857. This struggle later on gave rise to the national movement. Mahatma Gandhi, Sarojini Naidu, Annie Besant, Bikaji Kama, and many more played major roles in freeing our nation.
So, it is our duty as Indians to remember the sacrifices made by the freedom fighters and cherish the gift of freedom.
I wonder how we felt when India first got freedom.
Yes, that was the most priceless event in Indian history. 15th August 1947 marked the end of the colonial rule of the British and the beginning of Sovereign Republic of India. We could finally govern ourselves.
ये देश है वीर जवानों का, बैलों का, मस्तानों का, इस देश का यारो, इस देश का यारो क्या कहना, ये देश है दुनिया का गहना। मेरा जूता है जापानी, ये पतलून इंग्लिस्तानी, सर पे लाल टोपी रूसी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी। मेरा जूता है जापानी, ये पतलून इंग्लिस्तानी, सर पे लाल टोपी रूसी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी। ठंडे से आते हैं हमें तड़पाते हैं, वो चिट्ठी आती है तो पूछे जाते हैं कि घर कब आओगे, कि घर कब आओगे, लिखो कब आओगे, कि तुम दिन ये घर सुना सुना है।
अब तो हमें आगे बढ़ते हैं रहना, अब तो हमें साथी है बस इतना ही कहना।
कंधों से मिलते हैं कंधे, कंधों से कदम बढ़ते हैं, हम चलते हैं जब ऐसे तो दिल दुश्मन के हिलते हैं।
देश रंगीला रंगीला देश मेरा रंगीला, देश रंगीला रंगीला देश मेरा रंगीला।
झंडा ऊंचा रहे हमारा, सारे जहां से अच्छा, हिंदुस्तान हमारा हमारा, सारे जहां से अच्छा। हम बुलबुले हैं इसकी, ये गुलसिता हमारा हमारा, सारे जहां से अच्छा। मारे या कोई मारे ना, यहाँ अपनी भी थोड़ी अदा थोड़ा अंदाज है। ऐसे हैं चाहे वैसे हैं, अरे जो भी है जैसे है, खुद पे हमें नाज है। जाने ना हमको ये जमाना, चाहो तो हमको आसमाना। प्यारबाज हम, चालसाज हम, इश्कबाज दिल वाले, कहते हैं हमको प्यार से इंडिया वाले, छू लेते दिल के तार से इंडिया वाले, हर चीज छीन ले हार से इंडिया वाले, दुश्मन के छक्के छुड़ा दे हम इंडिया वाले, दुश्मन के छक्के छुड़ा दे हम इंडिया वाले। सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों, बुरी नजर ना हम पे डालो, सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों, बुरी नजर ना हम पे डालो, चाहे जितना जोर लगा लो, सबसे आगे होंगे हिंदुस्तानी। सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों, बुरी नजर ना हम पे डालो, चाहे जितना जोर लगा लो, सबसे आगे होंगे हिंदुस्तानी। हिंदुस्तानी हमने कहा है, तुम भी कहो, हमने कहा है जो तुम भी कहो।
आओ हम मिलजुल के बोले अब तो यारा, अपना जहां है सबसे प्यारा। आओ हम मिलजुल के बोले अब तो यारा, अपना जहां है सबसे प्यारा।
हमने कहा है जो तुम भी कहो।
Actually there when Miss Asta took us to the journey on Itihas. Don't you all agree?
Yes,
we do.
That's why we need teachers for a variety of reasons. They help us not only to learn things, but also teach us how to experience and enjoy the simplest means of happiness within our lives. Thank you, teachers.
Reshna Sudeep, parent of Avyukta Sudeep, to share her association with the school.
What a spectacular show that was, wasn't it? Good morning, esteemed chief guest, Dr. Nutan Kamath, honorable principal, respected teachers, dear students, and of course, my dear fellow parents. First of all, I would like to congratulate the management on consistently being awarded the best school in Mangalore. So, what do we expect from a school? Different families have different expectations. For my family, as Dr. Nutan Kamath had mentioned in the morning, it was important that our children had a hands-on learning experience, learning through exploring and experimenting. When my son joined the school 2 years ago, he was a shy and reserved boy. Today, he has performed on this stage, he has taken up a sport, does quite well academically, and he has made mutually enriching friendships. I believe this is what we expect out of a school. To groom a well-rounded individual, teach them to behave appropriately in a social environment, and to equip them to face challenges that lay ahead of them. I have seen my son evolve over the years, and his every achievement fills me with pride. I am sure every parent present here would have a similar story to share. These little milestones are what manifests into our collective victory. Today, on behalf of all the parents present here, I would like to thank every teacher who has touched our children's lives, every ancillary and support staff, and most importantly, the beacon of leadership and guidance, our Honorable Principal, Mrs. Anuradha Shivram. So, while applauding to the stars of today, our children, who for putting together a brilliant performance, let us all look forward to many more enriching years ahead, where we all grow together and achieve greater heights. Thank you.
This program was a group effort and credit must be given where it is due. I now call upon Michelle Maria Simon of grade 6C to propose the vote of thanks.
Is happiness and carries divine influence. While thanking the Almighty for His countless blessings, I am here to spell out the words of thanks to all those who have made this morning's cultural extravaganza a sweet memory to carry home. Respected dignitaries on the dais, distinguished guests, dear parents and students, it gives me immense pleasure to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of Manipal School. I begin my gratitude note by thanking Dr. Nutan Kamath, Professor and Associate Dean, Department of Pediatrics, KMC Mangalore, for sparing her precious time to be with us. I extend my thanks to Dr. Dilip G. Nayak, Dean, Manipal College of Dental Sciences, Mangalore. I also acknowledge our principal, Srimati Anuradha Shivram, who is the backbone of today's program. I express my regards to our PTA President, Sri Arun Raj Rodriguez, and Vice President, Sri Sachin KJ, for having graced the program. Sincere thanks to the press and media for their continuous support. I wholeheartedly thank all the parents who have been a pillar of support in all prospects of the school. My note of gratitude will be incomplete if I forget to mention all my teachers and non-teaching staff without whose contribution and coordination this day wouldn't have been successful, and a special thank you to all the choreographers, sound, light, catering, transport, housekeeping, volunteers and stage crew who are a part in making this morning eventful. A big thank you to Ms. Shruti Atawar for providing us with colorful costumes. I am also very grateful to Arjun Sai Prasad, an alumnus of Manipal School who has taken initiative to cover the event with videography. Thank you. Thank you, sir. And heartfelt thanks to our dance teacher.
यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ